माननीय सदस्य श्री सौगत राय जी।
Thank you, sir. I shall be very brief because I have very little time. I say that education in India has dwindled to bad situation. Currently, India has 50,000 colleges and 1,100 universities, nearly. 50% of them in the private sector. Education has become a place to make money by big capitalists. But this expansion in education shows lack of quality and uniformity. I mentioned to the dear member, would you let the minister listen to my speech? आप हमें हमारा बात जरा सुने. Sir, I mentioned in the House that day that there are no world-class institutions in India. So much time BJP has got. Why can't you build a single Oxford or a Cambridge or a Harvard or a MIT or a University of California? Even you have not brought an university of this standard up to Singapore's National University or the Beijing University. Unless you can improve the standard of education in higher educational institutions, our best students will go abroad. And last year I mentioned 8,96,000 students went from India abroad. This is a brain drain which ought to be stopped. Also, I want to mention that सुनिए ना, सीरियस बात कह रहे हैं ये आपको तो डॉक्टरेट है कहाँ से, मैं उसके बारे में नहीं बोलने चाहता हूँ, वो महुआ बोलेगी. Sir, I want to mention that budget estimate for education is only 2.7% of GDP. It got reduced from 2.9% in 22-23 to 2.7%. Now one has to remember that according to UNESCO and World Bank studies, every dollar invested in primary education returns 15 to 25%. So with such meager allocation for education, how can you expect the standard in India to improve? As Professor Amartya Sen never tires of speaking, unless you can improve primary education and health, the country will never go forward. India's education sector ranks 39th out of 67 countries in the IMD World Competitiveness Rankings 2024. I'd like the Education Minister to at least, he's got 5 years in hand, if the government lasts, make at least one world-class university, one that can compare with the best in the world. Otherwise, what is the point of having so many IITs, IIMs, IISERs, etc., and central universities? You're giving money, but you're not producing quality. And without quality, you can't compete. You will say that, well, Indians are doing so well abroad. There is one Sundar Pichai in Google, one Satya Nadella in Microsoft. But most of the Indians who are going are working as cyber coolies in American multinationals. This should stop. Lastly, I want to request the Education Minister. I am told that you have influence in the RSS. Why don't you persuade the RSS to stop interference in education? All the क्या खराब क्या बोला? खराब क्या बोला? सही बोला. सही बोला.
कंप्लीट कराइए.
Please conclude, Saugata-rai ji. Please conclude. Please conclude. Please conclude. Please conclude.
Sir, RSS has changed the history textbook. They have omitted the Mughal period from our history. What, sir? Again, all the... Sir, 1 minute. They have destroyed our university. There was one vice chancellor named Vishwabharati by name Vidyut Chakraborty. He put a plaque in Rabindranath Shantiniketan. He wrote only his name and Narendra Modi's name. It's a matter of shame. Sir, also listen to this.
Sir, please sit
We
down.
have got one
conclude. Please
Jagadish
conclude.
Kumar,
Please
who
conclude.
was IIT electrical engineer. He was made chairman of the UGC. Why? Because he is recommended by the RSS. No. You cannot
Okay, sir.
run the university
Thank you.
with such worst type of people. Sir,
This is an allegation without
education
any
needs quality,
basis.
not
It cannot be
quantity.
taken on record.
Education
it
does
cannot be
not
taken on
need
record. Thank you.
political
Please kindly be
underpinnings.
seated.
With that, sir,
And let me remind
I
you.
ask the Honorable Education
And,
Minister,
Mananiya
he's got a
Sadasya
good
Shri
chance. He has
Anil
won for the
Desai.
first time from
Shri Anil
Sambalpur.
Desai ji.
Let him show some
Sri Anil
courage
Desai ji.
and get the
And
RSS
before Sri Anil
out of
Desai,
the-
kindly be seated, sir.
Thank you.
Before Sri Anil
Thank you.
Desai ji
Thank you,
speaks,
Chair,
let me remind the House of the Indian School of Business, which is located in Hyderabad. Kindly look at the global rating of Indian School of Business. Please, sir.